Fourth grade lesson 10.5 is classify quadrilaterals. Quadrilaterals, like the quad motorcycle with 4 wheels. Quad means 4, so we're going to be talking about polygons that have 4 sides. Our essential question is, how can you sort and classify quadrilaterals? A quadrilateral is a polygon. Remember, a polygon is a shape that has straight sides, at least 3 sides. It could have 4, 5, 7, 12, whatever sides. But as long as the sides are straight and it's enclosed so that the horses can't get out. Okay, so a quadrilateral is a polygon with 4 sides, quad, 4, and 4 angles. You can name a quadrilateral by the vertices of its angles. We can call this quadrilateral A, B, C, D. The vertices, remember, are the corners. But you do need to have a little bit of an order, like we can't call it quadrilateral ACBD, because we're crossing over here, right? We don't have a line here. So we could call it ABCD, we could call it ADCB, BCDA, as long as we're going in some sort of order where there are line segments connecting it. Assume that line segments that appear to be parallel are parallel. So remember, parallel are 2 sets of lines that run side by side and will never intersect. So when they talk about line segments that appear to be parallel, we're looking at this line segment and this line segment, if they continued on and on and on, would be parallel to each other and never cross. So we have a trapezoid, and the way I help myself remember trapezoid is it looks like a triangle that got its head caught in the mouse trap, and it's got its head cut off in the mouse trap. So trapezoid, mouse trap, that's how I remember it. It has 1 pair of parallel sides, just this one and this one is a pair of parallel sides. You can see that this, if it were to continue, wouldn't be parallel. They would intersect at some point. So only 1 pair of parallel lines. A parallelogram has 2 pairs of parallel. You have the parallel here, and you have the parallel here. That's the second pair. So 1 pair, 2 pair. And then 2 pairs of sides of equal length. So this side is equal to this one. You could tell because they have the little tab. And this one is equal to this one, the double tab, double hash. So that's a parallelogram. 2 parts, parallel sides, and then the opposing sides are equal to one another. On a rhombus, we'd have 2 pairs of parallel sides. So let's look at our parallel sides here. We have parallel and parallel, and we have parallel and parallel. That's 2 pairs, 1 pair, 2 pair, and you have to have 4 sides all equal length. The hash marks tell us that these are all equal in length. So it's like a square that's leaning over, where a parallelogram is like a rectangle that's leaning over. A rectangle, as you're familiar with, has 2 pairs of parallel sides, much like the parallelogram does. We have pair, pair, right there, and then the second pair, parallel sides. It has 2 pairs of sides of equal length. This equal length is 1 pair, and this equal length is another pair. Notice right here that so far it's the same thing as a parallelogram. Rectangle and parallelogram have the same definition. Here's where they differ. A rectangle has 4 right angles. Right angle, right angle, right angle, right angle. Where a parallelogram does not. That's acute, that's obtuse. That's acute, that's obtuse. So there's the difference between them. They're almost the same thing with the exception of that part. And finally, a square, we have 2 pairs of parallel sides. Yes, parallel. And yes, parallel, 2 pairs of parallel sides. We have 4 sides that are equal length. The hash marks all denote that those are equal in length. And if you notice, we have a similar definition as the rhombus. But the one difference here is this has 4 right angles, right angle, right angle, right angle, right angle, where the rhombus had acute, obtuse, acute, obtuse. So they're almost the same by definition, just a little extra detail here. Let's identify right angles in quadrilaterals. We'll use the quadrilateral color guide to color the quadrilateral. If we have exactly 4 right angles, we're going to color it red. And remember, right angles are denoted by these little squares. So we're going to color that one red. 4 right angles. Any others? 4 right angles, right? We needed 4. That's the only one with 4. This has 2 and this has 1. Exactly 2 right angles. We're going to make it blue. And 1 right angle, we're going to make it orange. I don't know if I have orange. I'll do yellow instead. And they ask us this question, can a quadrilateral have exactly 3 right angles? Notice we did 4, 2, and 1, but what about 3 right angles? And as I think about it, okay, let's say I have right angle, and this one has to be a right angle, and it can only have 4 sides. So I can't like cross across here. That won't work because that would make it, oh, yeah, no, that wouldn't work because that would be a 5th side. Right here and right here are 2 different sides. If I wanted to cross across there, I'd have to go from here, but that ruins this right angle. I don't think we can have a right angle with, a quadrilateral that has exactly 3 right angles because it would force, this line has to continue across for this right angle, and it would force that 4th one to become a right angle. So it looks like probably not, right? So let's use, just for practice, let's use these definitions. 2 pairs, a parallel side, 1 pair, 2 pair, equal, 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 equal. The hash marks denote that. The 2 hash marks means this one's equal to this one. And it has 4 right angles. It meets all of these qualifications. This one is a rectangle. This one has parallel side there, 2 pairs of parallel sides. This side is equal to this one. This side is equal to this one. No right angles, so we're a parallelogram. This one has equal sides here and here. It has 1 set of parallel sides, and that's it because these will intersect eventually. So that's a trapezoid. This one is, no equal sides and no parallel sides. I don't even know what I'd call this one. I don't think it falls under any of these. Something else. We have parallel, parallel. That's 1 set. Parallel, parallel. That's 2 set. Equal, 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 equal. So 4 equal sides. No right angles. So this one would fall as a rhombus. We have parallel, parallel, not parallel. So only 1 set of parallel sides. So the only thing it could be is a trapezoid. Everything else required 2 pairs of parallel sides. I have not parallel there, not parallel there. I don't even know what I'm going to call that. It doesn't fall under any of these common quadrilaterals. So let's look at this next page. Write the names of the quadrilaterals in the Venn diagram. And I kept this page here so we could still see it. We have quadrilateral FEHG. It has pair of parallel sides, pair of parallel sides. That's 2 pairs of parallel sides. So we're going to do quadrilateral FGHE for the first one. It has equal side here, but different size side here. So we're looking at parallelogram. Then we have ABCD that has parallel side, 2 pairs of parallel side. So ABCD is going to go there. ABCD. This one has not parallel. If these kept going, I think they'd intersect way down here. This is definitely not parallel, so no parallel sides. QPSR is no parallel sides. KL is parallel to JM, but this one is not. It would intersect. So I have 1 pair of parallel sides, so KJML goes here. This would be parallel to this, UT to VW, but the UV and WT would intersect at some point, so only 1 set of parallel lines. So we're going to go UTWV. And finally, RQ and NZ not parallel, RN and QZ also not parallel. So no parallel sides, RQZN goes here. Okay, that gave us some practice of recognizing the parallel sides. We need to classify each figure as many ways as possible by quadrilateral, trapezoid, parallelogram, rhombus, rectangle, or square, and here is the information for that. First of all, it's four-sided, so it's a quadrilateral. We'll just put quad. This is also four-sided. B is also four-sided, so we can do that. And C is also four-sided. So let's just take care of that right now. Da-da. Trapezoid. Does it have one pair of parallel sides only? This is parallel to that. That's one pair. This is parallel to that. That's two pairs. So no. This is parallel. This is not parallel, actually, but this is. So it only has one set of parallel lines. Trapezoid. We'll put trap for that. And this was parallel to this. That's one set. This is parallel to that. That's two sets. So no other trapezoids there. Is it a parallelogram? For that to happen, not only do we need the two parallel lines, but two pairs of sides need to be equal in length. That's equal to that one, and that's equal to that one. So this one can be a parallelogram. Let's abbreviate it that way, pilgrim. This one cannot, because this is smaller than that. This one, these are the same, but these are not. So not that one. This has two pairs of side equal length. This is equal length, and this is technically equal length, even though they're all equal length, but we'll give him the name parallelogram. Is he a rhombus? This guy, to be a rhombus, needs four equal sides. No. He has two different sizes. Rectangle, we already are done with him. So rectangle, two pairs of parallel sides, yes. Two pairs of sides equal length, that's equal, that's equal. Four right angles, yes. Okay, he can be considered a rectangle, technically, even though we know he's a square. Is he a rhombus, this guy? A rhombus needs to, well, let's go back to this guy. How about rhombus? Two pairs of parallel sides and four sides of equal length. Two pairs of parallel sides and four sides of equal length? No, no, these aren't equal. So he's not that. But this one has that four sides of equal length, so we can call this a rhombus. I've run out of room. I'm going to put it up here. Rhombus. We already named him a rectangle, so we're done with that one. And finally, yes, we know this one is also a square. So we can give all kinds of names to a square because he follows the rules for many of those. And so that's how we classify those. This page over here is going to be useful for us on this lesson. All right, they say tell whether the quadrilateral is also a trapezoid, a parallelogram, a rhombus, a rectangle, or a square. Okay, we're going to think about their parallel sides, their side lengths, and their right angles. Let's start down the line here. Let me shrink that up. Okay. Is it a trapezoid? It would need one pair of parallel sides. It has parallel and it has parallel. It has two pairs of parallel sides. So no, not a trapezoid. It has two pairs of parallel sides. It has two pairs of sides in equal length. This is equal and this is equal. So technically we can call it a parallelogram, abbreviated. So no, yes. Is it a rhombus? Two pairs of parallel sides and four equal sides, equal, 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 equal. These hash marks tell me that. So yes, it is a rhombus. Yes. Is it a rectangle? Remember, rectangle needs four right angles, and no, 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 he doesn't have that. Is it a square? Also four right angles. No, 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 he doesn't have that. So we'd use this to help us guide us. Is this a quadrilateral? Does it have four sides? Yes, it is. Quad. Oh, this one actually could have been a quad too. It has four sides. This has four sides, quadrilateral. This has four sides, quadrilateral. Okay, that one's easy. Is it a trapezoid? Does it have at least one pair of parallel sides? This is not parallel to that. This is not parallel to that. So no, that one's out on all of them. Is it parallel, parallel? This has two sets of parallel sides, parallel, 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 parallel. That has two sets of parallel sides, so they're not trapezoids. Is it a parallelogram with two pairs of sides equal in length? Equal pair, equal pair. So we can call this a parallelogram. One side pair equal, this side pair equal. We can call this a parallelogram. Is it a rhombus with four sides that are all equal? No, this is different than that, so we stop there. This has four sides equal, so this qualifies as a rhombus. Is it a rectangle with four right angles? Yes, this has four right angles, so this is a rectangle. Not a square though, right? Because it doesn't have 4 equal sides. This one doesn't have 4 right angles, so this is all the classification on that. So the practice you do in your Think Central, make sure you have this page open to guide you through, and I hope my practice I did with you helps you guide through how to identify and name these. And if you need any extra help, let me know.